value gap, that's SMT. The daily still has not tapped that gap. Left it there on both. It's very close. That's my first main draw. Daily FEG. We'll see how far that is away. And then do we have one over here? So we do not have one over here. We just tapped back into this bullish, forming the bullish SMT. So just off that, off rip, I'm bullish. Let's make sure we turn on our draws though. Hey, it's staring at your dress because it's see through. You talk about shit that you don't been through. Okay, so 4 hour. What are we seeing? Well, first we're seeing a 4 hour unfilled. 4 hour unfilled. So that's that 4 hour unfilled. This is just a daily. Up here we have a 4 hour. That looks like our buy side, honestly. How far is this? I like this as a nice buy side draw. If we come below this, my draw is mainly just going to be into this. With that gap too, I'm bullish. Right now we are in a bullish SMT as this. We're already playing into that. Here we have a 4 hour ITH intermediate high. We have 4 hour equal highs here on ES. For our equal highs there, we're already playing into this gap. If we go lower, I mean, these are relative equal lows, which would be sell side. I mean, but the main draw is not going to be lower. So yeah, that would be my sell side liquidity if we want to come there. Here we have another 4 hour unfilled. And those are my main 4 hour draws. I mean, to the left, still have all this sell side that will probably end up running too. A bunch of it. So I might as well mark that out just because if we're that close, I don't know if I'd want to take a trade just off the inverse of this. You know, which is the main key behind that. Okay. Here, my sell side, I guess, would be here. But again, I really don't want to have sell side. But you always have to have something in mind. So if we do, it's going to be right here. There's that sell side. So we're looking on the 4 hour. Now, if we come take a look at the 1 hour, it looks like we've just been chopping around. And then we finally did maybe sweep these relative equal lows. And then we started to, flip to an uptrend. Upside MSS. See, we're inversing bearish, respecting bullish. We rejected off of this daily fair value gap and formed a bearish SMT. And it looks like we've just been, chopping around for the last few hours. So I'm curious to see how off open we are going to react to this. Now, right here, we have a 1 hour internal low, 1 hour unfilled, 1 hour unfilled. I like to just mark these out just to keep them in the back of my mind. Something is there. By unfilled, I mean unmitigated, but I just say unfilled. Size doesn't matter. This is another small, little teeny little guy. Because I just like to, keep in the back of my head, like, all right, we have all this bullish structure. There's no reason to just short immediately. But if we come and take out these, daily FEGs, then I'd be open to it. For 1 hour equal highs on NQ, which actually is a pretty big deal. Alright, equal highs. It's a 1 hour intermediate high, but I'm not worried about that right now. If we go that high, I probably already would have taken a trade, 400 points, or I would just call it a no trade day. I could always adjust too. Okay, so here we have a 1 hour. I know I marked a lot out, but I'm fine with that, Like, I just like to have in the back of my mind all the points where price may reverse. So this can actually be seen as a protected low, but I'm just going to call it a 1 hour internal low because that sweep wasn't that major. Now we did inverse these bullish gaps. We have what I would call a rejection block here just because how many times we rejected off of it. I still want to be bullish though. In this range, we have this is the 50% mark too. So that 1 hour unfilled could be a nice open quick retracement where off open we just quickly tap in this 1 hour unfilled, tap CE, and then maybe see an inverse where then we could go up. But yeah, so we have that 4 hour intermediate high. These are 1 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Not really too worried about these, to be honest. You could call up here. We have some trend line liquidity. Not really though, mainly just chop. Or yeah, mainly just chop as this did take out that, not really forming trend line. Below, I wouldn't say we have trend line as this was a clean move. But then if we look to the left, yeah, no trend line here. So I'd like to see a little bit of trend line liquidity get built maybe before I take my trade. But now let's hop into the 30-minute where we could see sessions. Okay, so this 4 hour unfilled is also going to be London lows. So I'm just going to color that. And then we have Asia highs swept. Right here we are going to have Asia lows. Dun, dun, dun. I really like the days where price kind of has the same thing in mind. So here we actually have equal highs on London highs, which is strong. Equal lows got swept, which I don't love because, or the London lows got swept, which I don't love because NQ didn't. That's fine, that's normal. Asia lows are still below, which is making me want to flip a little bit bearish. We have 30-minute internal low, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. So yeah, off of here, there's nothing really I have to mark out just because the hourly time frame kind of did it all. I mean, I'll mark out like this 30-minute internal low. And then like this is all kind of just rejection. Right here, I mean, we have the I'm not gonna mark out one session. I mean, I will, but I don't know. It's not as major as a draw in my opinion. I still use it though. I know a lot of traders don't even use it. I just like to have it in the back of my mind marked out, like just in case we get random reversal. Okay, like is there a reason this may be happening? Okay, so here on this London lows, this is also a huge rejection block though. So although it's close to London, I'm just gonna mark it out just to be like aware. Because I don't, if I'm holding a trade down to those Asia lows, I have to be aware there that this is a big RB. I'm just gonna say 30-minute RB for rejection block because that is actually pretty huge. TGR stream probably just started 15 minutes ago, but I'm focused on my trading, so who cares? 30 men. We respected that gap. We're holding that. So that's what I'm seeing on the 30. Now on the 15-minute, if we come down, still chopping, we have this 15-minute bullish gap. So I'm going to be curious to see on if we hold this or not as a little condition. So I am just going to go ahead and mark that out. I'm not going to mark out these 15 minutes just considering all the higher time frames are around there anyways. So I'm just going to keep them in the back of my mind. 5 I'd never really check, but as you can see, we're just fully chopping around. So what it looks like is we could say maybe we could expect some London accumulation. New York maybe will manipulate one way, and then we'll get distribution. So and if we're going to do it like that, I think New York would maybe manipulate high so that Asia could take all of these lows because there's a lot more draws lower. As my only draw higher is going to be that daily fair value gap. So that was me getting my bias today. Now market opens in around 14 minutes. I'm going to go take a dump, maybe get a water. But yeah, let's execute today and have a good freaking day. Okay, so let us dive into this trade recap now. So trade recap for the day. So we already know what the bias was coming into the day from the previous. Now, here's what happened today. So first, we took this win. So win, bad RR, but a win is a win. What was the point of this trade? Well, we tapped into the daily FEG, saw immediate displacement lower. ES swept London highs. Then we saw clean inverses, So I got my entry here. Wish I got it here. That would have been good. But I got it here, and I targeted a 15-minute gap. As you can see, that smacked for around $350. Now, usually I end after one win. The reason I did not do so here was because I'm still in drawn and I didn't get the risk what I wanted to risk. So I took another trade. This trade was because we displaced back into OTE of this range, which I loved, and then we respected a gap and showed huge rejection, got immediately inversion. So I entered targeting London lows, got break even at the 9:30 a.m. wick was where my break even point was, or 9:34. But overall, great day. Why would I be complaining? Made around $1,000 across 3 accounts. Starting to get back to building that buffer. And today, today was a good day. As you have to think of it almost as the bullish time frame. Like I could have said, oh, let's trade again. But no, it was like, okay, you went in green for the day. Who cares? Don't be greedy. Come back tomorrow and let's win another trade, all right? So that was today's trade recap. Peace.